आप देख रहे हैं एनबीआई न्यूज़। मैं हेमंत अधिकारी। आज जो है नेशनल प्रोग्रेसिव स्कूल्स प्रोग्राम जो है यहाँ पे जो स्कूल में जो है हो रहा है। ख़ासतौर में जो स्कूल है वहाँ पे जो है लगभग 75 स्कूल के प्रिंसिपल जो है एक सेमिनार हुआ, जिसको मैं पूरा कवर जो रामजस स्कूल ने नेतृत्व करा। रामजस स्कूल आर.के. पुरम सेक्टर 4 में कार्यक्रम हुआ और ये पूरा जो कार्यक्रम है इसका जो लीडरशिप यहाँ की प्रिंसिपल है उन्होंने खासतौर में ये कार्यक्रम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन किया और सब ने जो स्कूल के प्रिंसिपल लोगों का एक जो मीटिंग था उस विषय में सारी चर्चा है वो पूरा आप ज़रूर देखिएगा। कहते हुए मैं हेमंत अधिकारी एनबीआई न्यूज़ से आपको मैं पूरा दिखाने की कोशिश रहेगा। बच्चों में 5 मिनट 10 मिनट का न्यूज़ होता है, लेकिन हमने पूरा प्रोग्राम ताकि आप लोगों को पता चले कि वास्तव में है क्या चीज़, इसलिए मैं पूरा का पूरा प्रोग्राम रखने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। आप ज़रूर देखिएगा। धन्यवाद।
कई बार होता क्या है ना, कॉल आप करते हैं।
नमस्कार सर।
नमस्कार।
कैसे हैं सर?
कॉल किया होगा, ऐसी बात नहीं, एक दो बार किया होगा, लेकिन कॉल कई बार सामने वाले मालूम नहीं चलेगा।
हमारे भविष्य का निर्धारण करते हैं और हमारे कर्म ही हमारी पहचान बनाते हैं। जब हमारी कथनी और करनी में कोई भेद नहीं रह जाता, तभी हम सच्चे अर्थों में श्रेष्ठ बनते हैं। यदि जो हम कहते हैं वही हमारे कार्यों में भी झलके, तो न केवल हमारा जीवन संवरता है बल्कि समाज में भी एक सकारात्मक संदेश जाता है। आज इस गीत के माध्यम से हम यह प्रेरणा देना चाहते हैं कि हम अपने कार्यों को श्रेष्ठ बनाएं, आत्ममंथन करें और सच्चाई व ईमानदारी के मार्ग पर चलें। आइए इस मधुर गीत के साथ इस भाव को महसूस करें।
हमारे श्रेष्ठ
Only Chinese tea. सिर्फ साउथ इंडियन है ना, चाइनीज ना नॉर्थ इंडियन ना इंडियन। हाँ जी भाई, बढ़िया भाई बढ़िया। मैं भाई
Sure, ma'am. Please, my pleasure. Good afternoon, ma'am.
One हुए, 30 में बता दें, 9 बच्चे, 30 बच्चे क्लास में, 21।
Nice to see you. How are you, sister? Everything all well? Nice to see you. Peace.
International School. As we come together under the distinguished banner of the National Progressive Schools Conference, we celebrate not just the spirit of collaboration, but also the shared commitment to shaping the future of education. We extend our heartfelt greetings to our revered principals and the esteemed members of the NPSC, whose relentless dedication and progressive outlook continue to steer the course of academic excellence. Your presence today reaffirms our collective resolve to foster meaningful dialogues, embrace innovation, and build a learning environment that nurtures young minds for a brighter tomorrow. Let us embark on this enlightening journey together, exchanging ideas that inspire and initiatives that transform. With this spirit, let the proceedings of the day unfold with purpose and promise. We now invite our honored NPSC Core Committee members, Ms. Asha Prabhakar, Ms. Rashmi Malik, Ms. Malika Freeman, Mr. Sanjay Yadav, accompanied by the School Director, Mrs. Rachna Pant, and Principal, Ms. Richa Sharma, to join us on stage as we commence our program with a sacred act of lamp lighting. This ritual, symbolizing the dispelling of ignorance and the ushering in of wisdom, marks the beginning of our journey together towards enlightenment and progress. As the lamp is lit, its gentle glow illuminates our gathering, and we now recite a reverent shloka to invoke divine blessings. May this sacred words guide our thoughts and actions, infusing our endeavors with light, clarity, and purpose as we embark on this momentous conference. immense pride to take a moment to honor the heart and soul of our conference, the core committee members of the NPS. Their steadfast dedication, innovative spirit, and tireless efforts have been instrumental in steering us towards a future defined by progressive education and collective excellence. Now, it is my honor as the school director, Mrs. Rachna Khan, accompanied by our esteemed principal, Ms. Richa Sharma, felicitate these remarkable leaders. We acknowledge and celebrate your commitment, your leadership, and the unwavering support you extend to every initiative we undertake. Your contributions not only inspire us all, but also light the path for the entire community to follow. To begin with, it is a privilege to invite on stage Ms. Asha Prabhakar, Chairperson NPSC, Principal Balbharti School, Noida, a visionary leader whose dedication to innovation and entrepreneurship in education earned her the Principal of Innovation Award at Youth Ideathon 2023. I request the Director to felicitate Ms. Asha Prabhakar with a token of appreciation.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Watch another item.
It is an honor to invite on stage Ms. Malika Payman, Secretary NPSC, Principal Tagore International School East of Kailash, a dedicated leader in the field of education with a strong commitment. I request ma'am to please present ma'am with a token of appreciation.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It is a privilege to invite on stage Ms. Rashmi Malik, Joint Secretary NPSC, Principal Savan Public School, Gurugram, a dedicated educator and a dynamic leader. I request Director ma'am and Principal ma'am to please felicitate Ms. Rashmi Malik with a token of appreciation. Thank you, ma'am. It is an honor to invite on stage Mr. Sanjay Yadav, Treasurer NPSC, Principal Alcon International School, Mayur Bihar, a dedicated educator and an inspiring leader. I request ma'am to please felicitate sir with a token of appreciation.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now invite esteemed members of our school student council to step forward and felicitate the distinguished members of the NPSC. I request the student council members to please step forward and felicitate the members. Dr. Sudha Acharya, Principal, DAD Public School, Gurugram.
No. Okay. Charu is
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, you please stand. Thank you so much.
Dr. Sudha Acharya, Principal, DAD Public School.
She's welcome though. She's welcome.
ITL Bata. Ms. Santosh Vyas, Vasani School for Girls. Ms. Santosh Vyas.
Thank you.
Ms. Hemal Hanu Bhatt, Principal, Hansaraj Model School, Punjabi Bagh.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Dr. Jyoti Gupta, Principal K.R. Mangalam School, GK2. We move to the next member of NPSC.
Thanks a lot. Thank
Mr.
you.
Vijay Datta, Principal Model School, Barakhamba Road. Ms. Geeta Dabwani, Principal Balbharti School, Rohini. Absent. Ms. Rashmi Raj, Principal DAD Public School. Moving on to the category of lifetime members, we begin with Dr. Ashok Pandey. Lifetime members MPSC, Dr. Ashok Pandey. Next we have Mrs. Meera Balachandran. Mrs. Meera Balachandran, lifetime member MPSC. And yes, founder principal of Ramjas School. Next, Mr. S.L. Jain. S.L. Jain, lifetime member MPSC. And Dr. Usha Ram. She's not there.
Yes.
Next, we have the category of honorary members.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
And we have Ms. Malini Narayanan. She's not there. Special invitees for the meet today, Mrs. Rachna Pant, Director, Ramjas School. Dr. Lata Vedyanathan.
She's not here.
And Ms. Aditi Mishra. Let us applaud our members for their invaluable service and dedication, and let this recognition serve as a reminder that together we are shaping a brighter, more progressive future in education. And now, dear guests, we invite you to experience the vibrant energy and creative spirit of our young stars. Our students have come together to present a group song performance, a celebration of unity, enthusiasm, and the joy of learning. Their harmonious voices and heartfelt rendition promise to captivate and inspire us all, echoing to the stage as they take up on a musical voyage that reflects the unity and promise of our future.
कर्म हमारे श्रेष्ठ बनेंगे जब हम खुद पर गौर करेंगे। बिल्कुल सही, हमारे कर्म ही हमारे भविष्य का निर्धारण करते हैं और हमारे कर्म ही हमारी पहचान बनाते हैं। जब हमारी कथनी और करनी में कोई भेद नहीं रह जाता, तभी हम सच्चे अर्थों में श्रेष्ठ बनते हैं। यदि जो हम कहते हैं वही हमारे कार्यों में भी झलके, तो न केवल हमारा जीवन संवरता है, बल्कि समाज में भी एक सकारात्मक संदेश जाता है। आज इस गीत के माध्यम से हम यह प्रेरणा देना चाहते हैं कि हम अपने कार्यों को श्रेष्ठ बनाएं, आत्ममंथन करें और सच्चाई व ईमानदारी के मार्ग पर चलें। आइए इस मधुर गीत के साथ इस भाव को महसूस करें।
That's so beautiful. Thank you, my dear children. As we move forward in this esteemed gathering, it is now my honor to invite our respected principal, Ma'am Ms. Vijay, to hear her insights as she takes this meeting forward into a journey of progressive education and collaborative innovation. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Richa Sharma to the stage.
A very good evening to the Honorable esteemed executive members of NPSC, lifetime members, honorary members, my dear principals and educators. It's an honor for Ramjas International School to host today's executive body meeting and the general body meeting. I would just leave today with a just small thought that I'm taking from a podcast that I listened yesterday. And this is dedicated to all your principals, colleagues, teachers and educators. Today, I extend my heartfelt gratitude and admiration for each one of you, the torchbearers of education, the architects of young minds, and the silent warriors. As I look around the room, I see not just school principals but visionaries, mentors and change makers. Your journey reminds me of a tree, and it's a surprise that the nature of a tree teaches us something, a valuable lesson. The tree grows in two different directions, which is phototropic and gravitropic in nature. It grows downwards into the dark, damp soil, facing resistance, and yet it rises towards the light with grace and strength. The root system is so vast and intricate as the fruit bearing above. It is the unseen effort of underground that makes the visible of this greatness possible. Dear educators, your dedication to education mirrors this journey. The world sees the schools you lead, the students who excel, and the achievements you celebrate. But what they don't see is your gravitropic journey. The countless hours spent in planning, mentoring, executing that no child is left behind. They don't see the deep roots of patience, resilience, sacrifice that sustain the towering tree of knowledge and learning. Everyone desires the food system, the accolades, the recognition and achievement. But as you know, tree grows if one is willing to dig deep, to struggle, to nurture unseen, fathomless soil. And that is exactly what each of you do. Working in the quiet hours of night, overcoming challenges and shaping lives with unwavering, continuous commitment. And I believe NPSC is one platform which is connecting the roots of all the trees. It connects us today as we gather to discuss the future of education. I take a moment to salute your spirit. You are a silent force behind the enlightened mind, the young mind, the future human resource. As we embark on today's discussion, let us celebrate this remarkable journey of growth, both in the unseen depths and in the heights that touch the stars. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your perseverance. Thank you for being the guiding light. And thank you for making this tree of knowledge vast, deeply rooted, and touching the sky. I would now like to invite our chairperson of NPSC, Mrs. Asha Prabhakar, to take forward to this governing body meeting and leaving you all with this thought that let us grow together, let us connect and touch the lives, the young minds with young mind, full of compassion, full of love. Thank you so much.
You all to the NBSC meeting. On behalf of the core team and my own self, I welcome you all this evening for the NBSC meeting. And thank you. Teacher doesn't need a mic. Can you all hear me? Thank you, Rachna ma'am and Richa ma'am for having consented to be, allowing us to host the NBSC meeting here today. And we start with the agenda points for the day and request the secretary to start with the proceedings.
So the first point on the agenda is confirmation of the minutes of the NPSC meeting which was held on 21st January at ASN Secondary School. The minutes of the meeting were circulated to general body on 13th of February. No points or recommendations have been received, so we consider that it stands confirmed with everybody's permission.
Yes.
Thank you. The second point in the agenda is report on the recently concluded NPSE Adobe Education Leadership Summit. And the summit was held on 29 January at the Adobe Noida office, which focused on the intersection of AI and creativity in education. Our speakers, Mr. Armstrong Pame, spoke about the importance of mentorship. Dr. Chandrasekhar highlighted the balance of logic and creativity and role of anything in holistic education. The fireside chat by Dr. Vathal with Mr. Basu from Microsoft and Ms. Babbar from Adobe presented AI as a tool of empowerment which can be used for effective learning process. In our final panel, we explored how AI is not just a tool but a partner in nurturing creativity and innovation. The sessions also focused on how AI can bridge the education gap, much like hole in the wall experiment. It will help in self-paced adaptive learning to empower students across socio-economic backgrounds. The summit ended with a positive affirmation of harnessing AI not just as a tool, but as a catalyst for creativity, equity, transforming learning, ensuring that every student has the opportunity to thrive in the future we are shaping. So this is the brief of what happened in the Adobe Leadership Summit, and thank you Asha ma'am for organizing the summit. It was a grand success. Coming to the next agenda point, which is tabling the inspection report by the committee members. So there were 4 schools which were proposed for the membership of NPSC. The inspection was proposed in 4 schools, out of which 3 schools we completed the inspection. The first school was ML Khanna DAV School in Dwarka, which was inspected by Jain sir and Swarnima ma'am, and we have got raving reviews of the school. So in the executive committee, it was proposed that we can include them, or they can be granted the membership of NPSC. The second school which was inspected is DAV Kailash Hills, which was inspected by Meera ma'am and Santosh Vyas ma'am. Again, the pedagogy used and the activities of the school, it all goes with the ethos of NPSC. So it was recommended that we can accept membership of that school also for NPSC. And the third school which was inspected is Rajmata School in Jodhpur, which was inspected by Aditi ma'am and Ms. Burman from Sangreen Varanasi. Again, raving reviews of how academic happens. It's a heritage building in which school is being running, and the activities which are undertaken in that school, all in lines with the ethos of NPSC. So all these 3 schools have been accepted for membership by the executive committee. The fourth school where inspection has to happen will be doing it in the month of April, that is ABJ Circuit. And after the inspection is done in April, we will come back with the report for this. So that is about the inspection report. Coming to the next agenda point is the upcoming annual conference, and I'll request Chairperson Asha Ma'am to tell all of us about this conference.
Thank you, Malika. As it was discussed and decided in the last meeting that the annual conference of NPSC will be held at Air Force Auditorium, Subroto Park, and the dates are 25th April and 26th April. This year, the theme is Conflict Management and Peace Education in Schools. A skeletal draft for the conference has been drawn by the core team of NPSC, and we are proposing this year, of course, besides the normal routine that is the welcome address and the annual report, we are proposing Mrs. Shobna Bhatia, Chairperson and Editorial Director, HT Media, as the chief guest. We are on a lookout for the keynote address, and in the executive it was proposed that we'll have the new Chief Minister of Delhi as the keynote addressee. We'll be working on that, and the inaugural address will be by Professor Edward Vickers, who is the Professor of Comparative Education and holder of the UNESCO Chair on Education for Peace, Social Justice and Global Citizenship. Followed by, we have a panel discussion, that is session 1, on conflict in schools, understanding causes, culture and leadership roles. And the discussion points here are going to be common causes of conflict in schools, such as bullying, social media, academic pressures, and how can schools identify and address these causes. Also, what is the role of leaders in resolving these conflicts, and how can parents contribute to conflict resolution, and what strategies can school use to engage parents in conflict resolution. So here we have gathered some names. The proposed panelists are Mrs. Karwal, Mr. Vinay Joshi, Ms. Shailaja Singh, Ms. Kavita Sharma, ex-principal Hindu College, Mrs. Meenakshi Gopinath, ex-principal NSR, Mr. Anil Swarup, and Mr. Sanjay, the current serving secretary. If there are any other names or any member would propose some names to us, we are ready to take, which will help us in now drawing the panel and deciding the panel. The house is open for suggestions. Can we have some more names from the members? Alright, we'll float a Google form to all the members, and if there are any suggestions, please do forward us the names. Also, this year we are exploring conflict resolution through a Shakespearean lens, because Shakespearean plays and poetry and his literature has a very innovative approach, and his plays and poems are very rich in conflicts, past struggles and relationships, offering valuable insights into human nature and behavior. So we are also looking forward to certain role play exercises during the conference. Also, a master class by Mr. Sudarshan Rodrigues has been designed. Mr. Sudarshan Rodrigues is a life coach, and also he deals with radical transformative leadership, and he is from Tata School of Social Science. And we just deviating from the main pattern of the conference by introducing a master class where we want to give certain insights to the participants with practical tools and skills to effectively manage the conflicts in schools and focus on equipping the educators with the necessary skills to navigate the challenges and the challenging situations we as leaders face in a day-to-day life, and promote a very harmonious kind of a school culture. So this is about the master class, and on this day 2, we are proposing again a panel discussion which is related to the theme Peaceful Schools, Prosperous Nation, aligning the co-curricular activities and teacher training in peace education under NEP 2020. In this session, basically, we are going to be dealing with how can schools incorporate peace education into co-curricular activities such as sports, music, art and dance, and also how teacher training equips the teacher with skills and knowledge to promote peace education. We have shortlisted a few panelists, Mr. Shantanu Seth, Mr. Sohail Hashmi, General Shankar Prasad, but then we are looking forward to having eminent sports person also join this panel. Basically, what here we are looking for is panelists who are identified in the area of art, music and dance, or maybe other experts from CBSE and NCERT are also desired. So if there are any panelists in your mind, please help us in identifying them, and we'll be floating the Google form so that there can be a C section on our panels. Also, another expert dialogue which we are wanting to include in the conference is conflicts in the cyberspace, exploring the intersection of technology and peace building. As all of you are aware that how these cyber attacks, hacking, bullying, online business and harassments affect individuals, communities and nations, and how can these conflicts escalate into physical violence. Also, we are trying to include the tech companies in preventing cyber conflicts because they have a huge responsibility, that is the responsibility of algorithmic accountability and collaboration with peace-building organizations. Also explore the need of international cooperation in addressing the cyber conflicts. Again, we have shortlisted a few names like Mr. Pawan Zugal, Mr. Shekhar Basu, Director Microsoft, and we are on the lookout of experts from the cyber cell also, and maybe from the police department who are on a day-to-day basis resolving these kind of issues. Another session which we are proposing is the student-teacher perspectives. Here we are intending to bring in a community of teachers and students and discuss the challenges and opportunities for building harmony in classrooms. So we are in the process of identifying more schools who can be a part of this kind of exercise. And the last is captivating either a dance performance or a musical performance that weaves together the theme of unity, cooperation and harmony. So we'll float a Google form, and for the valedictory, we intend inviting the chairperson CBSE and the keynote address either by Mrs. Bhaskari Swaraj, Mr. Ajit Doval or Mr. Chandru Singh. So, request the members of the general body to help us in identifying the panelists and the speakers for the valedictory and for the inaugural session. So this was kind of an overview of the conference which is dated on 25th and 26th of April. Looking forward to getting good responses from the Google form in order to finalize the conference. That's all about it, and we are open to any suggestions if you all can give us in finalizing. Any suggestions?
It sounds so perfect that nobody can suggest anything over and above this.
We are looking for panelists.
Thank you.
Suggestion for panelists.
For the appreciation, but we are looking forward to suggestion for the panelists. I think they will fill in the Google form. Yeah, it is.
So I know many of them are connected to politicians.
Some of them is required.
From amongst the members or outside?
The panelists are from outside, sir, and some of them we may include if they are willing to do so. We're looking more or less our members, our NPSC principals as moderators. Also, I would like to bring into the notice of the members that the application form, which is now on the website of NPSC, for applying for membership of NPSC, it was last reviewed in the year 2011, and a two-member committee of Dr. Sudha and Mrs. Malini Narayanan was constituted, and since then they have reviewed the form, and the new form will now be available in the month of March once we have sought inputs from the other members and from the executive team. So this is about the membership form, which has now been reviewed by the core committee and by the nominated committee. Dr. Niharika Bora.
Yes, from Ahmedabad. She is an expert in organizational leadership. She's been doing a lot of teacher trainings. Dr. Sanjay can share more detail about it. About her, he had also attended a session with us, and she specifically deals with the area of education as well. When she talks about conflict management, she talks about leadership in terms of school leadership. She's also been a speaker at one of the CBSE conferences earlier.
Thank you. Help us in giving her email so that...
Yes, I have it. I can share.
Thank you so much.
I'll email it to you, ma'am.
She's a good speaker. Very kind.
Very, very powerful speaker.
We'll also be floating the membership form and seeking your suggestions on the membership form before putting it and finalizing it and putting it on the NPSC website. So if there are any suggestions on the membership form, you are most welcome to send us the inputs either to the chairperson or to the secretary, so that once again it can be reviewed and finalized.
Also, as you all are aware, that the rules and regulations of the National Progressive Schools Conference Society, they are available on the website. And it has been now suggested in the executive body that we need to review these rules and regulations. Since there will be no meeting in the month of March because of the ongoing board exams, and April we have the conference, these rules and regulations are available on the NPSC website. I would request the members that if they have any suggestions in any of the areas, you're most welcome to send these suggestions to the chairperson. Because in the month of May, we will sit down and review these rules and regulations. And I'd like to explain it here further that there is no procedure in case any member is medically indisposed or wants to put her papers, or any of the members is transferred or has left her job. We need to look in from that area also. Also, while we were reviewing the membership form, and also it's been our experience in this last 1.5 years that the member schools are not very regular to the NPSC meetings. So in order to make and regularize these meetings, we would like also to mention this in our rules, in our constitution, that it is mandatory for all the members to be a part of the monthly meetings and when asked for, host these meetings and very actively contribute to the deliberations of the NPSC. So this is one meeting which we intend holding it in the month of May before we close for the summer vacations. And June there will be no meeting, and July will be proposing the reviewed rules and regulations for the approval through the executive and the general body meeting. If there are any suggestions, please do forward suggestions to the chairperson. The mail is available to all of you. So this is all about the point. I'm expecting a lot of assistance in getting panelists for the conference, because last time I remember I wrote 110 letters to so many panelists and we could get a response of 30 people and we were able to give a good conference. So it's my sincere appeal and request to all to give suggestions once we float the Google form in a day's time. Thank you all. Also, we are proposing
proposing to give the Lifetime Achievement Award during the conference, and for this, a screening committee has been constituted, which is the existing chair, the ex-chair, and the executive member. The executive committee has nominated Mr. Jain, who is the lifetime member of NPSC. These three members will be identifying the member to give the Lifetime Achievement Award. So this award will be bestowed during this conference to the member identified by the screening committee. So this is all about the screening award, the Lifetime Achievement Award, and the screening committee, which has been now formed today for the upcoming conference. Also, there has been an email which has been forwarded to all the general body members. That is a call for contribution. That is the NPSC Annual Conference Publication 2025. We are again very happy to inform you all that NBT has decided to collaborate this year also. And I've already written a mail, and Mrs. Charumeni, Principal, DAV Public School, Gurgaon, and Mrs. Gangwani, Principal, Balbharti, Rohini, they are looking into it, and we request all the member schools to submit both in Hindi as well as English their entries. Their entries can be in the form of articles, poems, and we believe that the collective insights which will be coming from the school community will profoundly influence the society and help us to nurture well-rounded global citizens which are committed towards peace and harmony. So I'm looking forward to articles from almost every school so that we can take out a timely publication for the conference. We are also coming out with a handbook under the leadership of Rashmi and Dr. Jyoti Gupta, wherein we are inviting artwork which is based on peace and harmony, which will also be released in collaboration with UNIC during the conference. So this letter has not been sent across to all the schools, but we got the confirmation yesterday only from UNIC that they will be partnering with us. So all art entries which are based on peace and harmony are to be sent by the member schools for making a small handbook to be released during the conference. So ladies and gentlemen, these were the small agenda points for today's meeting. But once again, our request to help us in finalizing the panelists. May I request Dr. Datta to propose the vote of thanks?
From
Just one second, I will just say what about the membership and subscription that they have not given.
We have been regularly contacting schools with regards to annual subscription, and my humble request to everyone that in case we are not able to reconcile the same, please let us know when the membership fee has been paid, because bank statement somehow does not give us the name of the school. A lot of members have paid the fee, so my team is reaching out to their offices, and please instruct them carefully that they can just help us reconcile. And if there is any gap, in case for some reason it has not been paid, then please instruct the accounts team to do the needful. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Can I speak? Sir. Now I had new members and people are here, and now there is a change of government. And for many years, many schools have not been able to receive the fees. Now there are high court judgments, and they mandate that the schools can increase the fees under 17(3), and there is no prior or post approval which is required from the DOE. No approval is required, and whatever amount that you have in your fixed deposit or your earlier savings is also not to be considered for fixing the fees for the next year, ensuing year. So from 1st of April 25 to 31st of March 26 is an entirely independent budget making process, which all the schools must start now, and their expenses have to be projected, and on the basis of that expenditure statement, you have to fix your fees. And for that also there are formats available. So on that basis, you must increase your fees, so that if your fees base is good, then next year also you will be able to increase 10%. And in I think 26, the next pay commission recommendations are also due. Therefore, we may not find ourselves in a difficult situation at that point in time. So I'll urge all the members to please very prudently, they should prepare their budget of expenditure, and on the basis of that, they should fix the fees for the next year. Thank you.
So is there a capping on that? Up till
There is no
1%?
capping. There is no capping. You may increase your fees by 20%, 30%, but you should be able to justify. Later on, if they ask you to justify, so you should have the necessary data.
Greetings everyone, ladies and gentlemen. You'll all agree it's been a sheer delight being present here at the Ramjas International School, and all because of Ma'am Rachna Pant and Richa Sharma, whose warmth is both literal as well as metaphorical. I say literal as well as metaphorical because it has warmed up. I've taken off the jacket. And metaphorical, yes, very much goes without saying. And Rachna Pant we have known for a long time for her warmth, and the way she comes across is most extraordinary. I think at this point, let's give her a round of applause. And then, of course, the principal of the school is the key behind any event that takes place. We all believe and know this. So, Ma'am Richa Sharma, very well done, and we would like to appreciate your efforts, firstly opting for it, and the way you carried out twice, you looked after us during this most extraordinary hour. And then, of course, it won't be complete without thanking the chairperson, Ms. Asha Prabhakar, and the entire executive team. I call it a team rather than executive committee because that's the way we function. And thank you very much, all the senior members, Mr. S. Jain, Ashok Pandisar, my seniors, Sulacharya Ma'am, Meena Balachandran, and my PT. Giving out some names is not a prepared speech. Well, thank you once again for the lunch, for the extraordinary hospitality, for the choirs that we heard. It's been most outstanding. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you all for joining us today.
Just one last thing, the next executive meeting and the general body meeting will be in the month of May. So if anyone here would like to host, okay, we have already gone around. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Very well, very well. Good to see you.